Hey plant fam! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jaclynn. This is not my jungle, it's David's car. And if you are not new here, thank you for coming back. I'm sorry for messing up the cadence of my intro. I'm not tired, you're tired. We're in David's car because, again, mine is making really weird noises, so I have to take it to the mechanic. So we're just like using his car for now. But anyway, you guys, I'm at the Home Depot here in Tilton, New Hampshire. This is technically my local, it's not really all that close to me, but it's my local Home Depot, and it's been a solid month since I took you guys here. I did come in between, they had nothing, so I didn't film it for you, but I'm really hoping they're gonna have something. And I do need to stop over at Walmart after this. Also, I look like a disaster. I didn't put any makeup on and I'm in the middle of doing laundry, but I found that variegated bird of paradise in case you guys missed that video. Your girl is still like reeling from that. But I do need to get it repotted, and I don't have a big enough pot to actually put some of it in because I'm going to separate out the variegated part and obviously keep that for myself. And then I wanted to find a really nice pot for my mom that we can pot up a couple of plants for her in. So we're going to check out what they have, but also I don't think Home Depot really has pottery. That's why I'm going to Walmart. I feel like they have like nicer pottery that she would like for a good price. So let's go and see and hopefully not be disappointed by Home Depot today. Then we're gonna hop to the Walmart and the Lowe's and yeah, let's go see what they have. Oh, and my shirt, you guys, of course, is from Corey over at Rat Trap Artistry. This is one of my favorites. The way she did the split dye on this one is just top tier. I will leave it linked down below for you guys with discount codes if you want to go and check her out. So let's go to Home Depot. It's really nice out. The garden centers have been busy. Everybody getting their spring flowers on. Okay fam, voiceover Jackie coming at you. We are at the Home Depot in Tilton, New Hampshire, and as soon as we walk in here we see they do have like a little rack of some new stuff that we will get to, and then a bunch of old stuff, a bunch of stuff that we've already seen 700,000 million billion times. But I obviously always make a beeline straight to proven winners, and to my surprise, there is a new HOYA. So this is the HOYA quinquenervia. Quinquenervia? I genuinely don't know if like in Latin you're supposed to actually like enunciate the cues that way. I don't speak Latin. I say quinquenervia, but anyway, this is a really beautiful HOYA. It's only 20 bucks in this cute woven hanging basket. It gets sun stressed red and it is super duper cute. They still have some rain sand. And then down here they had a tray of HOYA Rosita, one of my personal favorites, super duper cute. She gets really nice dark sun stressy leaves. If it were me, I would buy a few and pot them up together in a hanging basket, which is exactly what I did. So I thought this fern was also pretty stinking cute. I like a good fern, they just don't like me back. So it's not for lack of trying, but they had some monstera down here, some calathea, they had this philodendron, a lot of just the usual stuff. And here I was thinking that somebody bought one of the HOYA rank sands because these two have been sitting here for literally months, but no, she's still here. And I had considered rescuing one of them for a while, I'm not gonna lie, but they're just like, they've just got too much bird poo. I just don't feel like dealing with the bird poo. So another crimson queen over here, and they have a bunch more of the quinquenervia, so there are a few for you to choose from. I did film this maybe about a week ago before we left for Maine. I did not get to finishing doing this voiceover and everything before we left. So if you are local, they should still have a lot of this stuff. It just might not look exactly the same as you're seeing it now. Yeah, some sad alocasia over here, lots of ficus. You know, I have to check every single alocasia now though for sport variegation, especially after the last alocasia longiloba that we found. This one here with that absolutely beautiful sport variegation on it that I never even would have noticed if I didn't pull it out from underneath this dark thing that they have them in. So this is your sign. Do not ignore the alocasia. Look significantly, that's not the word I was looking for, thoroughly through all of them. Some philodendron meeeee over there, and then over on this table we have different dracaena varieties, some alocasia in here, a really nice looking Brazil. I like these little skinny leaves that it's putting out that are all yellow. I don't know how sustainable that is, but it is pretty stinking cute. They have some ZZs in here, different, I don't know, palms, ponytail palms maybe. There's some silver band maranta hiding in the back, a couple of different ferns. They have some peperomia, I don't know, obtusifolia, I feel like is what those ones are called. And then they did have some more of these cute little variegated orchids. I've definitely been seeing these pop up in all the big box stores, and I'm not mad about it. I like a good variegated orchid. Do they like me back? No, not really, but it's okay because I still like them. I'm not ashamed to love them even though they don't love me back. So some creepy ass bromeliads over here, but they did have some cute calathea, makoyana hiding in here. One of my personal favorites. I don't have one in my collection right now, but I do think that they are really stinking cute. I just have a hard time keeping calathea alive past like a year or two. They'll do great, and then all of a sudden one day they just die. So I have one right now in a self-watering pot, and she still looks like crap even in a self-watering pot. So I just feel like maybe calatheas, just they're not the plants for me. So they had some cutie little begonias over here, a whole sea of pothos, global green, I think, because nobody wants it. Monstera Peru over here, not looking half bad. They had some new growth, but some bird poo as well. It's just like a little bonus, you know? You get to take home just like a little bit of bacteria with your plant as well. So go you. They have some Baltic blues over here, different Aglaonema. They have some sad looking Begonia maculata. I love a good begonia, just not when it looks like garbage. I feel like these have just been sitting here for a while. Like, I don't know. This isn't exactly the most like lively location that I've ever been to. The Home Depot in Tilton is pretty sad. I honestly feel like Home Depot in general is just like kind of sad compared to Lowe's, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Is your Lowe's better than your Home Depot, or is it the other way around? Because in New York, a lot of the time it was the other way around, but there was literally like no Lowe's. There were mostly Home Depots, so I think that that factored into it, because literally everywhere else in the world it seems like Lowe's is better. And I heard a rumor that Lowe's might be getting proven winners, so I don't know how true that is, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So they did have some hanging plants over here, some Syndapsis exotica, some heartleaf philodendron, every single pothos you could possibly imagine, some ivy that no one cares about. And then of course you guys know that even though I already found my variegated bird of paradise, I will never stop looking. I will always hunt for sport variegation. And the way my jaw dropped, because I thought I had literally found another one, like what are the odds that I've been looking for a variegated bird of paradise for how many years? And then I called it. I was like, I'm gonna find another one like immediately after this. But this one's a little sketchy. There's nothing on the rest of the plant anywhere that I can see. So it's really hard to say with certainty whether or not that is actually variegation or if it is just damage to the plant. I was second guessing myself. So I came back to it to check the other leaves a little bit more thoroughly. This old one has nothing on it. And it's hard to tell, but it looks like this new one has nothing on it as well. I might be wrong. It looks like maybe it's chlorotic or maybe it's variegation. I genuinely don't know. Maybe I should go back and check now that it's been like a week and that leaf is probably finished unfurling. So don't be surprised if I go back and take a closer look at it one more time, as long as nobody has snagged it before me. But we have some bird poo here with some lipstick plant, and then over here we have our succulents and our cacti. We have some string of things, some painted cacti, which is just like absolutely atrocious, lots and lots of aloe. And then this guy, every time I see this guy, I think he's really cool. I'm pretty sure it's a euphorbia. I just like the way it looks like it kind of got ran over by something. It's like flat. Yeah, euphorbia, xylo, words. We're gonna be here with me stumbling for way too long if I try to do that. So some barrel cactus in here, money trees, nothing really out of the ordinary. I am always hunting for sport variegation on money trees as well. So maybe that'll be the next one that we find. I have been getting pretty lucky lately with the sport variegation, but I just want to remind you guys that it's literally just because I go plant shopping like 2 to 3 times a week. So I'm always here, I'm always looking, and it's just basic math, it's probability. So the more you look, the more you put the plants in front of your face, the more likely you are to find something cool. So we did have a rack of somewhat new plants, maybe. I don't know. There's a bunch of croton, which is just terrible, and some assorted foliage on the bottom. It looks like they got some of the degular grocery store anthurium. I don't know. They were really trying to push out all these like pink plants for Mother's Day, and I'm like, please don't buy these for your mom. Don't buy your mom a pink princess. Like, why would you devastate her like that? Especially one of these tissue culture ones from the big box store. I have killed every single one that I've ever purchased from a Lowe's or a Home Depot, but my OG pink princess pre-tissue culture, she thrives on neglect. She's gorgeous. So cutie little Rex begonia over here. Notice how nice and full and beautiful this one is compared to the other one. And that is it, you guys, for the Home Depot here in Tilton, New Hampshire. Okay, fam, so Home Depot, I mean, like, if you want bird poo, this is a good place to come get yourself some bird poo. But they did have some new HOYA from Proven Winners that I haven't seen in the store yet. HOYA Quinervia. They do sun stress, like, pretty red. They're really cute. Their leaves can get pretty big. I have had this one in the past. I no longer have this one in my collection because it didn't make the cut. But it is really cute. If you guys find it, you should snag it. But let's head over to Walmart. See, they might not have anything plant-wise, but I do need to just like peruse the pottery. And then we're gonna head over to Lowe's. Hi, baby. You're so pretty. Oh, you're such a good girl or boy. Okay, bye. Okay, fam, so we're at the Walmart now, and obviously I'm going to take a quick little peek at their plants. The only thing they really have that's exciting are these rare cacti from Costa Farms. None of them are like labeled with what they actually are, so that's a gymno, that I know for sure. I like the little zebra one in front there. This thing is freaking weird. It's like crusted and fuzzy. I don't know what it's called. But this one's like that little brain looking thing that I see sometimes. I definitely just see them degular in the stores too. This thing is weird. It looks like an opuntia, but like with snake skin on it, which is kind of epic. I'm not gonna lie. I like a good snake skin print. I actually save all of my snakes sheds. I don't know what I plan on doing with them, but I don't have it in me to throw them out. It's like my babies, their skin. I don't know, it kind of sounds weird when you say it like that. But anyway, they did just have like a bunch of cute succulents as well, if you're into that. And then in terms of the foliage plants, honestly, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing super exciting. Some pothos, some sago palms, lots of dracaena, some mixed baskets that make no sense, you know, the usual stuff. They did have these, I think they're desert rose. I forget the botanical name of them off the top of my head, but they have really pretty flowers and some trailing succulents. Nothing to write home about. I do like the little orangey sedum in front though. Those are super cute. And not gonna skip the orchids, even though they're just orchids. They're just Phalaenopsis orchids. Nothing to get excited about. They had some nice hanging baskets, which I wanted to note are like a whole $1 cheaper than the ones, like the same exact plant that you would find in a Lowe's or a Home Depot. But the reason why we're here is to look for a pot for my mom. I have that big bird of paradise and I really need something big and deep to pot it in for her. I wanted to get just like a nursery pot so that she can kind of plop it into whatever she wanted to, but it was really hard to find the right size. So I'm just here trying to look for something. I thought that this was really cute. I thought she would like this, but it just has a plastic liner, so I would still need a nursery pot to put it in. And yeah, that's just not going to work. But I do think that is super cute. And this white one here definitely is not my favorite, but it would have worked for like the shape and size that I need, but it had no drain hole. Why is it that when I want a pot to have a drain hole, it doesn't have a drain hole, but then when I don't want it to have a drain hole, it has a drain hole? It's like, I can't win, you know? So I thought maybe this one would work, but also I think she might hate it. None of these are really screaming like my mom to me. Like none of them are really her vibe. Unfortunately, I don't think that any of these terracotta pots are big enough. That white one with the flowers is definitely more her style, but it's not deep enough. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't know if we're going to be able to find one here, but they do have some really cute pots in general and some really nice plant accessories. I like the Better Home and Gardens brand. They have some cute plant hangers over here, some little prop stations, and these little plant brackets for your wall. Okay, fam, so they didn't have much, just those like rare cacti, which is not a bad thing, but I went with this one. This was the only one that was like big enough and not like ugly. It's not one that I would like intentionally pick out for my mom, but I just really needed one that wasn't going to be like $30 to put her plant in, and she can always just repot it eventually if she finds a different pot that she likes. So that's our pot. Let's go to Lowe's. These cute little ferns blowing in the wind. Okay, fam. So now we are at the Lowe's in Tilton, New Hampshire, and they have a big rack over there of new stuff that I'm eager to get to, but I do just want to peruse some of their older stock really quickly first. Again, I did film this just about a week ago, so keep that in mind if you are local and you're wanting to come and check out some of these plants today. I really do try to turn these around a lot faster than that, but like I said, we were away on a little vacation and your girl just did not have the time to voice this one over for you guys before I left. And I unplugged from the internet for a few days while we were in Maine, and it was so nice. I was still reading your comments and like paying attention to my videos that were going up, but I totally just deleted Instagram and Palm Street and everything off of my phone, and it was just really nice to disconnect for a few days. But anyway, we're back. HOYA Kamingiana over here on a trellis. I say this every time, but honestly, you guys, free the Kamingiana from the trellis, and I promise you, you are going to understand the hype around this plant so much more when you see its natural growth pattern. So some really cute little hanging pots over here, lots of pothos, different maranta types, a couple of ferns, asparagus ferns, some cute little orchids. I do like these ones with the little pink spots on them. They're colorful, but they don't look fake, which is nice. So some more pots up here of Brazil, lots and lots of Brazil in the stores this time of year. And then over here, there was one of these really big, beautiful Alocasia Maharani. I love the texture on this one. I think it's super cute. I had one of these back in the day, but you know, things happen. Collections change. Let me know in the comments below, what is the oldest plant that you have in your collection? I think mine is obviously my original succulent that started it all. I still have it, but honestly, my OG bird of paradise might be one of the oldest plants that I've had in my collection, even though my mom was taking care of it for 2 years while I was in Connecticut. She gets to take it back now, so that's exciting. So yeah, nothing really out of the ordinary over here, you guys. If I do skip over anything that you want the name of or more information about, just leave me a timestamp down below with whatever question you have, and I will do my best to help you out. So all of the live trends stuff over here, some cute little water vessels, lots of really cute little, I say everything is cute. It's like I have no other word in my vocabulary. Get your girl a thesaurus. Anyway, these cats are cute. Come on. This looks like Lily. I'm obsessed with it. She's also sleeping on my lap right now, and Crash is next to me. So I am a full-on cat bed at the moment while we're doing this voiceover, in case anybody was wondering. But we had some philodendron white knights over here looking halfway decent, not bad. I've definitely seen worse, that's for damn sure, but I don't know, I always struggled with this one. I want to say that it's probably because it's from Costa Farms. Look at the freaking fungus gnats. Like, if you want fungus gnats, I guess just bring home one of these plants in this terrible, awful, disgusting mix from Costa Farms. So yeah, a whole sea of creepy ass bromeliads over here, and then we can get to the new stuff. I was very excited to see this new rack. They literally must have just delivered it. So there was some lipstick plant in here, Black Pagoda lipstick plant, and then another little cute lipstick plant in here. I think this one is called Red Elf. I don't know, never heard of it. But they did have some really cute, these hangers are so annoying to get out from under here. They did have these beautiful Hoya species affinis Bertoniae, also labeled sometimes as DS70, but I am obviously a big fan of this one. I'm a big advocate for this one, especially if you're newer to Hoya. You're gonna get some really beautiful leaves and some beautiful blooms on this plant here, and I'm just glad that they're finally labeling it properly. So that's always nice. But there are a bunch of them in here, so by the time you guys get to the store, if you are local, I'm sure that everything will be out and more readily available for you to see. But they do have some nice new Hoya hanging baskets, some lipstick plants, lots of different ferns in here for sure, but honestly tons of Hoya and lipstick plants, so I'm definitely not mad about that. So if you are in the market for one of these, definitely go and check your big box stores. They are rolling them out. So some more trending tropicals down here. We have some philodendron golden crocodile, super cute. This is like the Aurea version of the jungle boogie and the ring of fire, so 20 bucks for those. And then honestly, you guys, I think these are the nicest looking Epipremnum albos that I have ever seen in the big box store. So this is a really nice specimen right here. I am not gonna lie to you about it. If I wanted this one, I totally would have snagged it, brought it home, immediately repotted it, and put it up on a pole to continue getting those big, beautiful, mature, fenestrated leaves. So genuinely hope that the next time I go to Lowe's, I do not see those. I hope that they've gone to a good home because they're absolutely stunning. So I think these are lemon meringue or lemon top or lemon tart cookie. Like I don't know, you guys. I genuinely can't keep up with all of the names. Some more philodendron white knights over here, definitely looking a little bit better than some of the older ones, but again, this is new inventory, so just give it some time, and I'm sure they'll be looking bad before you know it, unfortunately. So there is that. But again, I'm definitely happy to just see some new stuff. They had a really big, beautiful hanging basket of Scindapsus exotica, which is, I wouldn't call it rare by any means, but it's definitely less common to come by a big basket of that. They had some really nice looking I'm fine. Pothos Mandula, Epipremnum Mandula for $9. You guys remember when these were like $6? It's kind of insane. I also found an old hanging pot, the small ones that the HOYA are in, and it said $10.98 on it. They're like $16.98 now or something like that, which is insane because it was only a handful of years ago. So it's kind of crazy to see how much the market has changed when it comes to inflation on like the regular stuff, but then it's also changed so much in terms of tissue culture and what used to be expensive just like not really being expensive anymore. So it's definitely interesting. So another really beautiful HOYA over here. I'm just kind of taking some of them out of the plastic because you never know, passersby, I don't know how you're supposed to say that, might just see it and be like, oh, that's pretty. What's that? They sure as heck can't see it if it's in plastic. So, and then over here, you guys, we have the clearance rack. We have the creepy Pothos Champs Ulysses, whatever the name is of that one. And honestly, nothing really super exciting over here. Some dead flowers and a sad begonia, some Dieffenbachia, and some orchids without their flowers. So yeah, nothing to really want to buy, honestly. And then just going to take a look at what is hiding back here. This is definitely older inventory, lots of peace lilies, lots of sad hanging baskets over here, some of the usual suspects, some Aglaonema, some Calathea, the assorted foliage on the bottom there, a lonely little Mandula on the bottom shelf, some sago palms, and more pothos. I do like this fern. I don't know if I just never noticed it before or if it's like a newer fern in the big box stores, but it's called an autumn fern, and I think it's really cute. And I think it's really pretty, so I won't buy it because I don't want to kill it and be sad. But they did also have a couple of hanging baskets of Hoya Carnosa Crimson Queen. They're looking pretty low color, but you know, it's a Hoya, so I'm just always happy to actually see Hoya available in the big box store. So I'm not going to complain about it. I might complain that it's $20.98 because they used to be cheaper, but it's fine. They literally used to be the same cost as what the smaller ones are now. So just a quick peek at the pottery over here. Nothing's really standing out to me, so that is it for Lowe's. Okay, fam, so that was Lowe's here in Tilton, New Hampshire, and they got all the new stuff. They got lots of new HOYA and things like that in. The pink princesses have definitely hit the stores. So I wouldn't say anything like super exciting, but there's definitely new inventory at least. Those cute little Bertonier were so tempting, but your girl does not need another one. So, I mean, I don't have one right now, but I don't need one as in another one, as in I killed the last one that I had because I forgot about it in a corner. plants need water to survive. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you should give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Why am I out of breath? I don't have asthma. You have asthma. You probably do. Anyway, I gotta go and finish my laundry, unfortunately. My little plant excursion is coming to an end, and now I have to go fold clothes. But I love you guys. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are out there in the world. If you watched this whole entire video, leave me some bird emojis, because you can't buy a plant around here without also purchasing a little bit of bird poo. So I love you guys so very much, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye.